it's inside the house? Of course, you're gonna force me off my broom.
I've always said that travel broadens
Would you
the
mind
mind.
helping a poor old witch?
You're old? Huh.
What seems to be the problem?
You may well ask. I'm convinced I saw a grim, an omen of death. I'm not safe, but if it can't see me, I'll be all right, won't I? All I need is an invisibility potion. Yes, that's what I need.
So do I.
I'm afraid I'm all out of invisibility potion. I suggest finding somewhere safe and being especially careful.
Safe. Careful. Yes, that makes sense. And you're sure you don't... No. Very well. Hopefully the Grim, or whatever it has foretold, doesn't get me first.
We gotta come back. Got somebody here. Let's see what they're selling.
Hello. Do you have anything for sale?
That I do, but what's a student like yourself doing out here? Got yourself lost, did you?
Nah. Me?
Just exploring the countryside a bit.
Aye. Nice to break the routine now and then. Bit of a wanderer myself, in fact. Name's Leopold Babcock, and I am indeed here to sell. Now, for someone like yourself who is also prone to wander, I cannot understate the importance of keeping some Wiggenweld potion on hand. I wouldn't dare set foot in a place like the Forbidden Forest without a steady supply. What do you say, my young friend? A measure of safety for the path ahead?
Something to consider. Thank you for your help, Mr. Babcock.
Aye, let me know if you see something you like.
I mean, if you're giving them away for free, I'll take one. Other than that,
What do you have for sale? That solves that.
yeah, I felt like something just crawled out of the ground.
Incendio! Levioso! Accio! Glacial! Potato! Stupefy!
Trying to take care of homie right here since he's so eager to fight me.
Levioso! Depulso!
Oh! Threw him against the wall. Oh. That's how it was. That's wild.
You're gonna rip.
Expulso!
Accio! Glacial! Cost us it! Slippery as a cat. Assignment's all finished.
Oh.
Incendio!
Expulso!
Confringo! Are you in Incendio?
Crap.
Levioso!
I take incendious when I get down from here!
Expelliarmus!
Expulso!
Everyone gets lucky now and then.
I'm trying to take his wand.
Confringo!
Will you please wait your turn?
Incendio! Expulso! Quickly!
I don't know why you're so anxious to lose.
Incendio!
Did the wrong one.
Stupid one! Incendio!
Did the right one that time, but nobody was near.
Confringo. Stupid one.
Wipe him out. Get him in the air.
Levioso. Potato. Stupid one.
Oh, they're level 20 again.
You let Nora Treadwell go, didn't you? You're about to wish you hadn't.
Confringo. Stupid one.
Who is talking?
Stupid one. Accio. Glacier. Incendio. Levioso.
Lift him in the air, let him burn.
I've seen you, Jewel. Your strategies won't
Whoa.
work on me.
Confringo. Potato. Stupid one.
He just came out of nowhere, just all angry and whatnot.
You won't knock this one loose. I'd not try if I were you.
Stupid one.
I'm still trying to figure out who is talking.
Levioso. Confringo.
Wow. For sneaking up on me.
Revelio.
That's very rude. Didn't announce yourself or nothing. Just trying to backstab me. Oh, I remember this place. And this is where we ran from earlier. Yeah, no running now.
Betting on the dragon. The ministry will call. Come here, crap.
Stupid one. Levioso.
See, I don't know where you're running to.
Confringo. Stupid one.
Bad dog, see?
Glacier.
Chill out. I'll get to you in just a
I've
second.
seen many rituals sting.
Potato. Stupid one. Confringo. Depulso. Accio.
Gotta bring him closer. I'll free you out now.
Stupid one. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
You're
Potato. Stupid one.
I do dare slay one of y'all.
Levioso.
If I have so much as a scratch on me, you'll be
That is exactly what I want him to happen. Throw him off the edge in the middle of his sins.
What can I do for you today?
We can sell that. And now I have enough to buy an invisibility potion.
A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
I need one more for that lady. I just need to learn how to just make them. The Thunder Brew potion. Go ahead and use this invisibility potion. Not completely.
Incendio.
I am not completely invisible. Either that or it hurt me. For right now, let's go ahead and head to class. Yeah, that thing is hungry. Everybody else leave. I get special one-on-one tutoring.
Wonderful to see you again.
Hey, Professor, how you been? Hope the class has been treating you well.
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it.
Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
That sounds pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get this real quick. Okay, so I can pick up objects and move them around now.
Well done! Feel free to practice Wingardium Leviosa here in the greenhouse. I've set some crates out for you in the next room.
Sweet. We'll try out this spell, but first...
Professor Garlick, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
Let's get to know her a little better.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be.
Did they eat
At any
him?
rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvelous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor.
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
That is funny, but once again, yeah, he don't need to be kicking plants, dude. Him and plants were not meant to be.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
Yeah, so I answered that wrong. I meant to be on her side. I thought it was... That's fine. We'll make it up right here.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your trees.
Yeah, we kind of screwed that up. I don't even know if it matters. But if it does, we gotta make up for it.
Accio. Wingardium
You're a
Leviosa.
natural.
Okay. Yeah, I still haven't figured out how to put traits on clothes yet. We're gonna go to class, and then we're gonna go back to Hogsmeade, go to the clothing shop, and see if there's a way to put traits on clothes yet.
Ironically, I didn't see ahead of time how bored I'd be in divination class.
Yeah, so when you after the first time taking the class, the second and from here on out, they don't have any words in the cutscenes. Thought it was a glitch the first time I saw this. Did she make the liquid disappear?
Professor Ona is so knowledgeable.
I'm actually gonna take off the gloves. I think it's a little bit overkill. What up, Natty? None? Okay. Still haven't helped you on your
Duncan
quest
owes his
yet.
reputation to you.
I hope those assignments were challenging enough for you.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
That's easy.
I see good things. After all, the future's mine for the taking, and I shall take what I must.
The future is not etched in stone. It can be carved out by those with very strong wills, and you do seem to possess one. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance.
Much
And
appreciated.
if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets.
I'm ready for them to give us a complicated one.
You have it. Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy?
Oh, people. Are you ready for this? Can you see the combos that I'm imagining right now? We're gonna place it. We may have to get that fourth slot pretty soon.
Levioso. Descendo.
Yep, there it is.
You have it.
There it was, people.
Levioso. Confringo. Descendo.
At some point, you must stop preparing and put your newly honed skills to the test outside of the classroom.
In other words, the professor said I'm going too hard. Please leave my classroom. Yes, Professor, we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, the party.
Hello there. Nice to see you.
Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Serona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
Look, just because one goblin is a low life doesn't mean the rest of them are.
It seems as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now.
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about what's been going on.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him, about Ranrock in particular. Where might I find him?
I assume your interest is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head. He's a trusted metal trader. You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards, even ones as young as you. That said, if you're looking for information on Ranrock to help rein him in, you'll find an ally in Lodgok.
Awesome, that's what we like to hear. We do have a few questions, though.
Have you heard what Ranrock and Rookwood are working on together?
Not much more than the fact that they seem to have some sort of uneasy alliance. Friendship between wizards and goblins is rare enough, but between those two, they each want something the other has. I can guarantee it. That said, I fear they're like a two-headed serpent. Both will need to be taken down to stop whatever scheme they've been plotting.
If one head doesn't bite the other one off first.
You seemed unfazed by Rookwood and Harlow the other day. They don't scare you.
They're bullies. Plain and simple. Never tolerated them in my own life, and certainly won't tolerate them going after my friends. Don't misunderstand me. They're dangerous wizards and shouldn't be trifled with. They should, however, be confronted and reminded, whenever possible, that the rest of us have each other's backs.
Strength in numbers.
Thank you, Serona.
If you find Lodgok, please give him my best. I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please, watch your back.
We'll talk to her later. Can only walk in certain buildings. Oh yeah, we come through the back.
You look familiar.
What up, Lodgok? We need to talk.
Hello, Lodgok. Serona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
You want to take him down also, right? Plus...
Serona trusts me, and she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Serona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
So I get the relic, we give it to him, and lure him into a trap. I'm assuming.
Very well. I'll retrieve the relic if you promise to share Ranrock's plans with me.
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
Welcome to the Hog's Head.
So from the way they're talking, when I get this relic, maybe it might be powerful enough to tempt me to keep it myself. That might be true, but most likely I'm gonna give it over because we gotta take down Rookwood and Ragnarok.
I'm ready.
Good. There's no time to lose.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Lodgok. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind see things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today. Ah, and there it is, the witch's tomb.
Dreadful looking place, isn't it?
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
I have a few.
What about this helmet makes it so special?
The Helmet of Lodgok is an ancient and storied relic, forged during a time of unity among the goblin clans. It inspired greatness, that is, until it was no longer ours. Then it became something else. A symbol of what has been lost, of all that wizard kind has taken from us. Reclaiming it would mean a great deal to goblin kind, and to Ranrock. He would be grateful to me should I return it.
It kind of sounds like you want to get back in his good graces, but I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt.
It seems Ranrock and Rookwood are conspiring. Why would that be?
I had heard this. When the dark-hearted conspire, they seldom make their full intentions clear to one another. I can only speculate, but I imagine their alliance is uneasy and quite fragile. Let us hope that ours is less so.
Don't suppose you have any idea what could be waiting for me inside the tomb?
Considering a dark witch was involved, I suppose there's a chance you may encounter the Dark Protectors, known as Inferi. The foul creatures thrive on darkness and the cold. Vanquish them with light, force, and most effectively fire.
No problem. We have 2 fire spells.
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck.
Don't screw me
I will
over,
remain
Lodgok.
here, eagerly awaiting your return. Please, be careful.
Alright, so we're gonna go into this tomb, get the helmet, and then also we'll most likely take care of these 2 quests and possibly get another spell. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode. I appreciate everybody stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, helps the channel grow, and is always appreciated. Until the next one, I'm out.